I was born and raised in New Mexico. And right now, I'm going out on a limb here. The number one burrito restaurant right now in Albuquerque is Chipotle. That's like if you go to Alaska and they say that all the fish they caught were from Houston. It doesn't make sense. If I go to Italy one day and someone's like, have you tried the Olive Garden? I'm losing it. So the culture in New Mexico is spicy foods. And we take it to a ridiculous level. We try and find the hottest foods possible just to prove the point that we know how to make terrible decisions. And I have been to parties where we do, like, drink an entire bottle of Pepto-Bismol just so we can eat the food at the party. That's when you know what's wrong. They're like, hey, have you tried the chili con carne? And you're like, no, but you took a bite and your eyebrows fell off. He's like, that's how you know it's good or something. I don't know. So I was raised in this environment, and so my friend in high school, he brought in this little bottle of hot sauce. It just had danger on it. Off to a good start. Just said danger, had a government warning that said, hey kid, you probably shouldn't. And so I had the thought, what if we try and drink the whole bottle at lunch? And so it's important to think, at that time, there was 3 ingredients in the hot sauce, which was ghost chili extract, which is the hottest chili pepper known to man. The other 2, if memory serves me correctly, were children tears and the sassy attitudes of cheerleaders, which in my experience are 3 of the most hurtful things in human existence. So at that time, we had police officers at our school. One of them, in particular, we nicknamed Boot Camp Barbie because she was this 6'4", long blonde hair, these green eyes, and biceps larger than my face. And she would yell at students in the hallway so we could get to class faster. And every single time I saw her, I would cry and run, which is the majority of my experiences with women up to date. And so Boot Camp Barbie is surveying the lunchroom. Well, I imagine she was doing push-ups at the time, just kids. So she looks across the lunchroom. She sees a group of young men standing in a circle doing this. And she immediately thinks it's drugs, which little did she know, it was just stupidity. Which, in a sense, is probably the worst kind of drug, because I'm a lifelong addict. And so, she confiscates our bottle and brings us into the office, and they bring in a drug task force, or they bring in a police dog. The police dog goes and sticks his nose in the open bottle of hot sauce, and immediately explodes. We never saw him again. He opted for early dog retirement from the force. From what I can understand, he's probably in some doggy support group somewhere, sitting next to Beethoven, Air Bud, and Lassie. He's like, who cares if Timmy fell down the well? I ate liquid fire. Scooby-Doo's the narrator. He's like, like Scoob. You got some weird friends. The point is, the dog was gone. And so the police officer takes a spoon, dips it in, and says, what's this, drugs? And then puts it in his mouth. Now, I can't imagine a time in the police force where that's acceptable, especially if it was drugs. They'd be like, how was that raid, officer? He's like, we got him all right! Anybody want to wrestle? So he says, what's this, drugs? Dips a spoon in, and immediately starts throwing up. All over the office, all over the principal's office. It was everywhere. And my friends and I were sitting, we're like, wow. Can you believe we're missing class for this? It is awesome. And between gasps, the officer says, oh, that's good hot sauce. Obviously, he's clearly a New Mexican. So they confiscate our bottle and charge my friend with possession of hazardous chemicals, which isn't far from the truth. Let's be honest. And as I'm leaving, I steal a glance back to see Boot Camp Barbie stick her finger in and taste it. And I can't tell you how glorifying it is to see the person who's made you cry multiple times in your life cry on their own. Oh, how the tables have turned. Sometimes the things that we do don't make sense, but it's our job to do them anyway. And maybe someday they'll understand. She understood. She understood.